Have you ever wondered who holds more power in India, the President or the Chief Justice of India? Today, we are diving into the fascinating world of Indian law to explore this very question. Stay tuned to uncover the surprising truth about the roles and powers of these two pivotal figures in our democracy. In this video, we'll break down 1. The appointment process of the President and the Chief Justice of India. Let's call him as CJI, the position. 2. The constitutional powers and functions of each person. 3. Key case laws and judicial interpretations. 4. How these powers impact everyday life of citizens. So, without further talk, let's get on with the video. The first question is, what is the appointment process of the President as well as the CJI? Let's talk about the President. The election process. The President is elected by an electoral college consisting of elected members of both the houses of the Parliament. Second, elected members of the Legislative Assembly of states and union territories. And what is the eligibility? To qualify for the position, a candidate must be a citizen of India, at least 35 years of age. Third, qualified to be a Lok Sabha member. Now, what is the term? The President serves for a term of 5 years but can be re-elected. Notably, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India, was re-elected for a second term. Let's check on with the CJI or the Chief Justice of India. The process of appointment. The Chief Justice of India, let's call it in short as the CJI, is appointed by the President of India. The usual convention of appointment is traditionally the senior most judge of the Supreme Court is appointed as the CJI. This convention ensures stability and continuity in the judiciary. Now, how does this appointment happen? It's a consultation process. The President consults with other judges of the Supreme Court and High Court as deemed necessary. This process has evolved into the collegium system, where a group of senior most judges of the Supreme Court make recommendations for the appointments. Now, what is the term for the CJI? The CJI serves until the age of 65 years. The tenure can be relatively short. For instance, some CJI serve only for a few months due to the mandatory retirement age. Second, let's talk about the powers and functions of the President and the CJI. First, President of India. The first is the executive powers. The President appoints the Prime Minister, other ministers, governors of state, judges of Supreme Court and High Courts, and other key officials. For example, Mr. Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachaud was appointed as a CJI, as a 50th CJI on 9th November 2022 by the President Ms. Draupadi Murmu. The President also has the power to remove officials under certain conditions, ensuring a check on the executive. The second is the legislative powers. The President can summon and postpone sessions of the Parliament and can even dissolve the Lok Sabha. Now, the passing orders or ordinance is another significant power of the President, which allows the President to enact laws when Parliament is not in session. For instance, the ordinance route has been used to implement urgent economic reforms. The third is the judicial powers. The President can pardon, acquittal, or respite or remissions of punishments, especially in cases involving capital punishment. The fourth is the emergency power. The President can declare a national emergency under Article 352 of the Constitution in case of war, external aggression, or armed rebellion. The present rule can be imposed in states under Article 356 of the Constitution if there is a failure of the constitutional machinery. Financial emergency under Article 360 can also be declared, although this has never been used till date. On the other hand, the Chief Justice of India, first is the leadership, a judicial leadership position. The CJI heads the judiciary, ensuring the independence of and integrity of the judicial process. This includes leading the Supreme Court and overseeing the functions of lower courts. Second is the administrative powers. The CJI has significant administrative responsibilities, including allocation of cases to different judges and benches, and appointing constitutional benches for important cases. Third is the advisory role. Under Article 143 of the Constitution, the President can seek CJI's advice on legal questions. Whether the advice is not binding, it is highly respected. Fourth is the judicial review power. The CJI plays a crucial role in judicial review, ensuring that laws and executive actions conform to the Constitution. This power has been exercised in landmark judgments and have also shaped Indian democracy. Key case laws and judicial interpretations. First is the case S.R. Bommai versus Union of India. The significance of cases. This case clarified the scope and limitation of the President's power to impose President rule under Article 356. The outcome of the case is the Supreme Court ruled that the President's decision is subject to judicial review, thus preventing the misuse of President's rule. It strengthened the federal structure and limited the executive powers to dismiss a state government arbitrarily. The second case law we are going to discuss is LBK, which is Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala. It happened in 1973, and the significance of the case is this case established the basic structure doctrine, which holds that certain fundamental features of the Constitution cannot be altered by amendments. Now the outcome, the judgment ensured that Parliament could not alter the constitutional basic framework, protecting democratic principles. The CJI played an essential role in this decision, which is considered a cornerstone of Indian constitutional law. The third case is C. Minerva Mills Limited versus Union of India. This happened in the year 1980. The significance of this case is this case reinforced the basic structure of the Constitution and emphasized the importance of judicial review. The outcome of this case, the Supreme Court struck down the parts of the 42nd Amendment, enforcing the checks and balances between judiciary and the legislature. The judgment underscored the judiciary's role in safeguarding constitutional integrity. For some commentaries and legal facts, I will tell you of a commentary by a former CJI called Mr. Rajan Gogoi. He said that the strength of the judiciary lies in its independence. The moment it becomes subservient to the execution, democracy will suffer. This is also a legal fact. There is also a legal fact where the President cannot act independently. Their actions are usually based on the advice of a council of ministers. However, the CJI has more autonomy in judicial matters, reflecting the separation of powers in the Indian democracy. Now let's discuss the impact on citizens. The first is about the President's role. The role of the President influences national policies and governance indirectly through appointments and emergency powers. These actions can affect political stability and governance, as seen in the imposition of the president rule in states. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the president's power to pass ordinances or orders facilitated swift legislative action when the parliament could not convene. Second is the CGI's role. This role directly affects the legal system, ensuring justice and protection of fundamental rights. Landmark judgments can lead to a significant societal change, such as the decriminalization of homosexuality in Navtej Singh Johar case that happened in 2018. The CGI's role in maintaining judicial independence is crucial for upholding the rule of law and protecting citizens' rights against potential misuse of power by executive or legislature. Finally, let's have a recap of what we have discussed. One is the appointment process. The president is elected by an electoral college, reflecting a broad democratic mandate, while the CGI is appointed by the president following a judicial convention and the collegium recommendations too. Two is the powers. The president has a broader range of constitutional powers, but it is largely a ceremonial figurehead, while the CGI has substantial judicial authority with significant autonomy. Third is the impact. Both play a crucial role in different domains. For example, the president in governance and the CGI in judiciary, ensuring a balanced distribution of power. Now the final thoughts is, while the president is the ceremonial head of the state with significant but often indirect influence, the CGI of India holds the power to interpret laws and protect the constitution, ensuring justice prevails. Understanding these two roles helps us to appreciate the delicate balance of power in our democracy. So, who do you think holds the real power? The president with their broad constitutional mandate, or the CGI with the final say on legal matters? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more insights into the fascinating world of Indian law. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.